Hi, good morning and welcome to week 102. Yeah, wow. I'm going to have to try and call these something a little different because the numbers are getting too long. I'm going to make this one quite a shortish video this week because Sunday, the 23rd, we start the challenge, the cycle challenge, and it's basically, I'm going to be doing a video every day or every afternoon, evening of that week. So you guys are going to see enough of me over next week. So this is really just a little thing just to let you know how I'm doing. I think I'm all ready for the cycle challenge now, and yeah, it's been pretty good. Done lots of training. This week has been a very busy week, and there's been a lot going on. And if I'm honest, probably a little bit too much going on. It's difficult to try and focus on so many different things. It's easier for me to focus on one thing or a couple of things rather than a multitude of things. And I think here we are a year on from the cycle challenge, from last year's cycle challenge to a whole 12 months. And it's interesting how things have changed, and I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but last year at this time I had a pretty good idea of where we were with the donations. I had a pretty idea of who had donated, the businesses that have contributed, who had helped, and most of the stuff that was going on. I had a pretty good idea. I had my finger relatively on the pulse-ish of what was happening. This year I have absolutely no idea, and I'm so fortunate that other people around me have, the team, I suppose, the group of people around me have helped me to get to where I am today at this point. My sort of limitations now are cycling from one place to another and not really knowing where the hotels are, within reason what they're called, and I've got an idea of where we're going. I have a little bit of a route planned in my head for the first lunchtime stop, which is in Ipswich at the waterfront. I can get myself to Ipswich, I think, pretty well following the national cycle routes. But after that, I've got to rely on somebody else and the other people around me in order to get me to the next stop, the next, and so on and so forth. So last year it was a challenge. This year is going to be a challenge on many different levels. So abilities have changed within that time, and I think sometimes focusing on one thing a year later and then a year on now makes it evident that things have changed. Outwardly everything seems the same and everything seems perfectly normal, but inwardly there's a lot going on with this condition. But then again, it's not about the issues and the things that have changed within that time. It's about how we cope with them, and I've found that delegating with others is the best way forward, and there's nothing really wrong with that. So today is going to be my last day of cycling before the challenge. I'm not really doing too much. I'm just turning the pedals and having a bit of fun at the moment, just keeping my legs moving. So I'm not really pushing it or doing any real distance because we've got enough of that to come next week. I think the weather's looking great, so I think it's going to be a little bit warm and pretty good all the way around for the whole week. So I think, I think we're going to be all right, and I'm really looking forward to it. And this will probably be the last challenge of this size that I do, because I think with the difficulties that I've had this time round, I think we're going to have to do something a little different next year and just scale it down a little bit. But we'll still do a challenge, but something a little bit different. So there we are. So I'm going to say goodbye now because I'm going to go out and do a bit more cycling when I can. And Sunday evening I shall be on here right the way through until Friday evening. Somebody will be doing a video and putting it out on the Facebook page. I don't think we shall get to put them all on YouTube, if I'm honest. They'll just be on the Peter Berry Living with Alzheimer's page. And oh yes, the restaurant programme last night. I know that some of the people abroad, foreign parts, won't be able to watch it as yet, I don't think, but there are links, I think, to it from my Facebook page. Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed watching it, even though I don't often watch myself. I enjoyed watching it because it was so long ago that a lot of it I had forgotten, a lot of the scenarios and the things that had happened. So in actual fact, it was quite a new programme to me. But yeah, it's good, and I've been very proud and very privileged to have been part of that project, of that programme, with the other 13 others with the dementia as well, of different sorts. And yeah, it's been really good, and I've made some lifelong friends over it. So yeah, and I'm just hoping that the programme will raise more awareness and help people to understand the condition a little more. So it only leaves me to say, have a great weekend. And I'm not going to say have a great week, because I will be here again on Sunday. So I'll see you Sunday for a little snippet of how the cycling has gone and the first day on the penny farthing. And yeah, we'll see how we cope with it. But yeah, pedalling away from my dementia. I get to leave my dementia monster home for a whole week. Maybe he'll starve. God, that's mean, but you know, sometimes you have to be mean. Thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.